because it's like, what good is it going to do?
Well, let me give you a
Society is
prime
set
example.
up to support women for the most part, and not saying that men should have all these these outsources for being hurt. We're taught shit happens, you get over it, and you move
And
on,
move
right?
on, right?
But this is
But
the thing. This is the thing. My definition of submission is the willingness to be led. It's a
you got to be
choice. It's
willing.
not it exactly. It's not a force. So that's why I don't understand why so many women have a problem with that word when it's a choice. It's not force. But look at this. We can talk about how a lot of black women have an issue with being submissive to black men, right? We can
Yeah.
agree on that.
Uh
So
huh.
look at this. Black women that work, they have bosses, they have supervisors. They submit to their supervisors with no problem
Hmm.
because they get a check, right?
Right.
Makes sense. The thing that it's funny is you can pick and choose who you submit to based on what you gain from them. So my thing is, why would you be in a relationship with any man that you have to make yourself submit to? If you claim you want leadership, if you claim
Hmm.
you want someone, a life partner, a life mate, why is it that you have to be they have to prove that they're worth submission? Because I feel a submissive woman is already a submissive woman in her everyday life. You don't
But
just get into a relationship and be submissive. That's your nature. And that's the problem. A lot of women are saying, well, he has to earn it. But guess what? Women want men when they already have everything.
right.
Women want men that already have money,
Hmm.
are accomplished,
Hmm.
already have a house.
Yeah.
We have to be ready and have it already. But when it comes to them, we have to earn
Mm.
the
And
basic necessities.
and we are in agreement with that. I don't think it's fair. That's the way, and I talk about this today. Relationships are not based off of love anymore. It's only based off of numbers. And here in this day and time, and I'm real critical with women. I have a female friend would tell me, "Damn, you hard on a motherfucker." Yes, I am. But once you get me, you will understand me and say, "Damn, this a real ass nigga right now." That's what you would say. So, and because of this day and time, because so many women and black women have allowed men to do what they want to do to them, then that cycle keeps going to the point where you run up on the next man. It becomes that 51 person woman that says, "No, I ain't going for that." You get what I'm saying? So it's 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 10 women, it's 9 women's hurt to one woman. You're very rare catch a woman that's solid and say, "Hey, I ain't gonna let my past hinder me for getting a real leader." But those 9 other women, what they'll do, they'll hold you accountable for the next man's action. Then you have to go repeatedly to find that needle in the haystack. Once you find that needle in the haystack, you got it. But just think how much you have to go through. So I don't have a problem with submitting to a woman uh, biblically. And I'm going to look that up because I know I just read it myself. Biblically, it says, women, submit to your husbands, husbands, submit to your wives. And when we hear that word submission, we get so afraid of it that it's almost offensive to one another. And I'm not scared to use that word, submitting. Not at all. For what? I'm a man. I know who I am, but I know I don't go for anything. I know I don't go. Like I say, I'm a very, very critical and hard person when it comes to relationships and love. Sometimes I would say, shit, y'all don't normally get your ass out my face. I would normally say that because my ears are allergic to bullshit. If we're going to be men, if we're going to grab ourselves up by the bootstraps, if we're going to say who we are, sometimes you got to put your ego to the side and say, "Oh, you know what, baby? Let me grab you by your hand. Let me show you the way." And I think we have a hard feelings about that because we got our chest poked out. Shit, I'm the man. Fuck y'all. No,
Well, see,
let's.
I think different. The reason I think different is because from my experience, most men that have their stuff together, they're not worried about poking their chest out. They're too
Shit,
busy
I
handling
know a
business.
whole. I
But
know a whole
it's a
bunch of.
difference from it's a difference between men that talk like they have it together. Having money, that's the thing about it. Most of us think that having money is having our stuff together. That's just one part of the puzzle. That's
Mm-hmm.
just one part. That's the easiest part for a lot of people. But when it comes to the sacrifices that need to be made to maintain a relationship, a family, to be a leader, to think for multiple people with every choice, every decision, that's the hard part. It's easy to make money because the thing about
Mm-hmm.
it is a lot of women are controlled by money. So most men think that because they have money, that's all they have to control them. But what happens when you meet a woman that she's had money or she's had men that had more money than you?
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna dictate how that situation goes? You have nothing left.
I, I,
Like
I,
men that are what's the word? Men that are confident are quiet. People that are confident are quiet. And the thing about it is, when you work hard, you're not going to be into people that have all these expectations and their life doesn't reflect hard work in their lives. Like if their everyday doesn't show that they've worked hard to get anywhere, a man that works hard is not going to waste his time dealing with a woman that's just like, I want this, I want that. And submission should be the easiest part. That should be easy. If you see real potential in a man that he can lead you and you believe his vision, submission should be a piece of cake. But the problem is women are picking men that they like.
not
Women
what
are
they,
picking men
not of
that
quality.
they're attracted to. And
We
that's
are
why
in
it's
agreement.
failure.
I'm
Because
in agreement with you
Because,
on
but
that.
look at this. I have to disagree with what you said before when you said people aren't in relationships for love no more. For centuries, marriages were put together for power. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
about love. That's why there were so many arranged marriages, and that's why you have some people who can say their grandparents told stories about, I went through a lot, and he had a whole. Your grandfather had a. They found out after death he had a whole nother family and this and that. People will marry for family, for structure, for security, and love came later. That marrying for love came in the movies.
Okay.
For
So, according
centuries, it was about power,
power.
maintaining.